Hey, everybody. Happy New Year. It's a new Top 9 podcast, baby. I'm Tom Cassidy. That's Adele Carollo.
Hey, guys.
And we got a special guest today, and the emphasis is on special.
I'm already blushing. He's been here for 5 minutes.
Yes.
He's on today, folks.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Comedian, actor, provocateur, Ian Fidance.
Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me on. I appreciate it. This is my second time on the show. The first time I did it, I never went anywhere. So
Adele
I'm excited.
Adele was in blackface the last time you were here.
Yes, Adele was cosplaying as Anthony Moore.
And yes, your episode did not come out.
Yes,
but that
Adele didn't mumble enough. Go ahead.
Anyway, your episode just didn't come out because it was like before we put out episodes. And it was another contentious time in our lives. So I don't know.
It was the prototype, the beta. We're here.
Yeah.
Now we're here in studio.
Speaking of betas, Tom, how are you?
I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Adele's happy that you're here.
I'm happy that I'm here. I'm happy you guys are here.
Yeah, how was your birthday? You just passed.
It was wonderful. It was great. I saw Adele. You texted me at midnight. That was very kind.
Sure.
I saw Adele at the stand, hung out with my gal, and we got a nice dinner. My favorite steakhouse, shout out to Stefano's in Williamsburg.
Nice.
I go there a lot. They've become, like family, and they're going to put my headshot on the wall. I'm so excited.
Love
Really?
Yeah.
Ian, they
What
do
a
that when you
birthday
come
gift.
in.
They go, oh, hey.
Hey, let's put the kid's picture on the wall. He keeps saying it's his birthday every time he comes in here. I don't know. That was a riff. But listen.
Uh-huh.
Last
Stick to the
time-
script, Tommy.
There is no script. Last time you did Top 9 movies.
Yes.
The unreleased episode. That'll
The
be in
unreleased
our first
episode.
Patreon.
What was your
Ooh,
number
that's
one?
fun.
Do you remember?
Man.
There's like a bunch of Nick Cage. It was a stupid list.
What? No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
Hold on. I have it in my phone. I think my number one was What About Bob
Okay.
or Ghostbusters.
It was like way too many Bill Murray movies.
You love Ghostbusters. I know that about
do.
you.
Yeah, I really do.
I'm glad you gave up on finding that
I
list.
Well, I didn't want to be unprofessional on the
and-
podcast.
No, yeah, let's not look it up.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter.
No,
we're in the
I-
present, baby, and
We are.
I'm happy that you're here.
Yeah.
Let's just get into it because I love music.
Yeah.
You know?
I love music too, but today we're doing top 9 times Tom has bombed. And we're going
You already
to make
tried
this probably like a 4-part series, I think.
Uh-huh.
We're going to do the Philadelphia years and then the Village Lantern years, and then we'll move up.
Cool. All right.
Yeah.
You want to start?
The problem is no one at home wouldn't relate because not very many
Dude,
people
one
see
of
him.
the hardest times I ever laughed was, what was the name of that spot we used to bark at? 2A that had like the cave downstairs. What was the name of that?
It
By
was
the
called
Lantern?
The Arrow. Is what
On
you're-
Bleecker.
Oh,
no.
no.
That was the one where
Arrow Bar. That was a weekly
that was
show we did.
You, Me, and None.
You are referring to the 206 Lounge.
206 Lounge. Yes, that was the best. We would bark people in. There was a little speaker downstairs you talk into, and me and Reggie Conquest laughed so hard because we mouthed every single one of your jokes in the back with
Yeah.
like the little asides and everything, and we were just giggling so much. It was so fun. We've really had fun over the years.
Yeah, it was really nice. And
Yeah.
you would always just murder every time. Just be really funny, you know.
help it, you know?
Different set every time, too,
Yeah.
which was funny about you.
Yeah, I don't like to do the same set twice.
They used to say you were like the Jim Morrison of comedy. Did the Doors
Why?
make your
Because
list?
everyone wish I would die in a bathtub.
Everyone certainly thinks you might die early.
Really?
Just kidding.
Adele! Oh my God!
Keep the claws out, kitty. It's 2022. Got this fucking Almost Famous jacket on. Come on, give it to this.
I was channeling
Yes.
Penny Lane moment.
You were doing great. The velour vixen. Look
It
at you.
feels very rock and roll this episode.
Yes.
I don't know.
Absolutely. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
you look like a roadie.
Yeah.
I look
Okay.
like a fucking bass player. Ian looks like he's holding my bass.
Yeah. I wish
we're
I
having-
was.
Yeah.
Play some scales.
Uh-huh.
Do a little slap bass.
Got more than 4 strings, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Oh my lord. Well, listen. Let's just get into it. This
Top
is a
9
real
reasons
whirlwind.
I don't want to do this podcast.
Okay, coming in at number 9. We could just fake top 9s the whole
Oh, that would be
fucking
so
hour.
fun.
That's fine. Who cares?
Dude, did we not have the best time on that road gig a couple weeks ago?
Yes, my favorite part was when you called your girlfriend 15 times, and after every single phone call, you went, "Isn't she great?"
Oh, I love that story.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
cool.
Also-
After the 12th time, it really started
And, I'll do top 9 reasons why I love her.
to. Okay, cool,
Ooh.
nice.
I bet you can come up with them really quick, too.
Oh, totally. Dude, for my birthday.
Plus,
oh
it'll
my
be a
God.
nice suicide YouTube video.
I'm gonna fucking ruin your wedding so bad. Anyway,
He thinks he's invited. What a good kid.
You're totally invited. All the Philly
Great
boys.
cooking,
are
man.
invited.
yes.
Yeah.
Oh, it's gonna be so fun,
I'm
man.
slow rolling into this podcast.
Yeah?
Because I knew you were so hot. I'm trying to let you punch yourself out. I'm
know.
doing like a rope-a-dope right now.
No, don't worry.
I'm just
I
trying to
got
keep up.
energy for days. No, dude, for my
You
birthday.
do look like you have cocaine hidden in this jacket somewhere.
Hey.
Yeah, you look like you're up from the night before at Studio 54.
Thank you.
Your mom used to go there, right? What did they used to call her back then?
Do
Ragamuffin?
me a favor, meet me outside real quick.
Hey, catch me outside. How about that?
Yeah, why don't I cash you right here? How about that?
My
Huh?
lord. This guy's
Yeah.
gonna give me a knuckle sandwich.
City's getting
danger.
wild. You got to protect yourself.
The city really is getting wild. I went
Yeah.
to an off-Broadway play yesterday with my lady called
I
The
love that.
Assassins. It was awesome. But I was right around Rubinoff's neighborhood,
Mm-hmm.
and he like saw me, and he snuck up behind me, my friend San Rubinoff, and he put his finger to the back of my neck.
Jesus
And
Christ.
I was like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Buddy,
You
people are
can't
getting
do that.
stabbed all over the place in
Yeah,
this
that
goddamn
is
city."
not okay.
Not okay.
Yeah.
No. One time, Tom and I were walking, and remember
as
this?
we sometimes do.
Yes.
Yes, I remember that time we were walking.
Shut up. So there was like this kid, you know, I do material about like being sober and everything. This kid hit me up on Facebook and was like, I'm trying to get off heroin. After a show, he's like, blah, 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 you know, like compliment me and stuff. And he goes, I'd love to come up and see you again. I go, yeah, hit me up. You can stay on my couch. Ha ha ha, joking. He Facebook messaged me. He was like, I'm trying to kick heroin. I'm coming to New York and I stay on your couch. I was like, that was a joke. And he goes, well, where are you going to be tonight? And I'm like, please stop. And he found where I was going to be. And I was at the 206 Lounge with you, and we were walking in the Village, and I see the guy across the street, and I go, Tom, walk on the outside. I can't see this guy, so I'm hiding around, like, to the right of Tom.
I have zero recollection.
And
of this.
then we see Sam Rubinoff across the street, and he's eating mamoons, and I'm trying to be incognito, and from across the street, Sam Rubinoff goes, Tom, Ian, shawarma. Sorry. You don't remember the shawarma?
I don't remember Sam.
Yes, you do.
I don't remember Sam spitting in my face when he did it from the way you just did.
Well, you know,
But yeah,
I
it's one
bless
of my-
you. It's holy
He
water.
was across the street.
Truly
that's
one of my
hilarious.
favorite stories ever. But
Yes.
yeah, keep the Gallagher
Ian,
watermelon spits to
Tom,
yourself.
Shawarma.
Tam, shawarma.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Incredible.
Yeah, it was. Sorry, I'm just reacting to you spitting. That was a
I
big.
didn't mean to,
That was a
sorry.
big droplet too. Can you
Come
get me
on.
just a little hand sanitizer over
Have
there?
you
I
had
just wanna
COVID
put it
yet?
on my face. Yeah, I've already had it.
Okay, all right, you're good.
You haven't?
No, I'm
What
a
do you-
gold star gay.
Thank
I haven't
you.
had COVID yet.
Yeah, the AIDS is
Just
fighting it
AIDS.
off.
Yeah, I truly
I haven't
think
put sanitizer on my
smoking
face before, but-
cigarettes is saving me from COVID. I think it's combating the sickness in me.
I don't know if I should say this on a podcast. I know I shouldn't, but do you guys know any Jewish people who have gotten it? Because Sam hasn't gotten it.
Whoa.
Yes,
Are
of
they up to
course.
something? Hanukkah was
Whoa.
early
Out
this
of your
year
fucking
too.
mind. He was just trying to be funny again.
Yeah, it's a comedy podcast, you dumb whore. What are you talking about?
what I mean?
No,
Jesus
I
Christ,
think
you're so mean to Adele.
He is.
let's
Yes.
talk about it because you wanted to.
Yeah.
Go
I
ahead.
I don't want to talk about it.
And
I
because
just-
of-
I
because
was
of
just-
poor-
My jacket just fell. Are you
Yeah,
happy?
no,
Because
that's a
of
sign. That's
poor
that means
familiar
sh-
relationships growing up, Adele thinks she deserves it and puts up with your shit. You don't deserve it,
Aw.
Adele.
No,
Stand
I
up for
deal with it
yourself.
because I like the podcast.
Yes.
First of all,
Well, it's good to meet someone that does. Now, continue.
shout out to all
No,
of
it
our new
was fun to
subscribers.
see Ian. Yeah, hi guys. We're just fighting. Me and Tom do this. Tom gives me shit, and it's fun to see someone else give Tom shit.
Yeah.
And Tom is like being quiet and just taking it. It's
Yeah.
I'm
so
not
fun.
taking it.
Yo, you're taking
Oh,
it,
you're
buddy.
taking it.
Yeah, you're taking
I wish
it.
we were recording
Yeah.
the whole time. It was
Yeah.
so fun to watch.
We
You're
are
biting the
recording.
No,
proverbial
when he first
pillow.
came in, he came in hot, and it was
Because
fun.
I know how I have to deal
Oh,
with.
listen to him stutter. Oh, my God. He's on the ropes.
See, we're
Yep.
beating you up, and it's
That
fun.
was a stutter.
Uh-huh.
But I know
Yes.
how I have to deal with him. First of all, he was 8 minutes late. He had to pee. He's doing all these things.
That's
There's
what
no
he does to
reason for
me,
me to get
usually.
mad at
Yeah.
him.
He just
I just
rattles
have to
off what I do wrong.
let
It's like
him
a list.
do
Like he's keeping a
what he's
tally
done.
Yup.
in his mind.
But the
and then
good
he
thing
just
is you
tells
get
me
to go
about
home,
it.
All right.
and his fiance has to live with him. So
Who I love
you're
very
in a better,
much.
better
Let's-
position.
Let's put all the cards on the table, all right? Yes, I've thought about firing you from this podcast several times, okay? But I keep you
Why?
around.
Your first co-host left. Now you got her. Who are you going to go to
It's
next?
a revolving door.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Well, that door's about
apparently.
to shut,
And I
pal.
don't fire you because we're a team. And you're
Sound
not
off in the
supposed
comments about Tom.
Yes.
But
You're
how
not
much
supposed to let
you
every
love me.
fucking Johnny come lately come in here and stir up this fucking partnership.
I
okay?
don't. I was just enjoying this moment. Sorry.
Yeah. Like, can't you let her enjoy a moment, Tom?
He's so funny.
Sure,
It was
enjoy
funny.
yourself.
He's talking, this is about the present. And then I come here, I
The
give you
present.
a present, a gift, you open it, and he's wanting to move on. Let her enjoy the moment of you being shit on her, right?
So fun.
Yes. Yes.
Do we want to do the list?
Let's do the list. Let's do the list. Let's do that.
Seems like a good time to
Yes.
get into it.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
unless
yeah.
we want to keep this going for a little longer.
No. You look like you're the supplier at a grade school book fair.
I
Mr.
mean,
Scholastic.
you literally just look like a version of me drawn.
I know.
So, like,
Yeah.
every insult you say to me is an insult back to you,
No,
but
it's
with
not.
fucked up teeth.
That fucked up teeth. Look at
Yes.
yours, Mr. Crooked.
They're bad on the bottom, but yours are like
Yours are bad on
Wild
the top,
West-
too.
Yours are like Wild West teeth.
Look at you.
Top
What are
9
those?
teeth, and none of them are to
you're-
the top 9.
Dude, your two front teeth look like a cul-de-sac. What are you talking about?
This is another thing, because your teeth are fucked up and my teeth are fucked up.
I know. I had to have braces twice.
That's crazy. They just didn't.
Wear your retainer, kids.
That's what happened?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My top teeth are fine, but my bottom teeth, woo.
Too busy
Yeah.
putting cock in his mouth. See, I don't want to insult
Tom,
him. I'm the
did
host.
you have to go there?
You
Are
do.
you kidding me?
Guys,
My
we
top
were
teeth are like
almost
the
there.
suburbs, and my bottom are like Hudson Yards. Too many buildings in too small of a place.
Crowded, it's
The
crowded.
tongue is your elevator. Elevator's your tongue? I don't know, man. Okay? Do you want to throw me the fucking bomb towel, Bobby Kelly? Fucking shut the fuck up. Top 9 bands, number 9.
I'm gonna throw you the bomb brass.
What makes a band? It has to have at least two people, right? Because then you're a solo artist, and like they have to play their own music, right? It has to be instrumental from them. A band. What's a band? Criteria for a band.
What's your criteria for this list? It's your top 9 list.
Well, you know.
And please also explain what a band is to Adele.
I was on your side, but you know.
It's called
Yeah,
a segue, bitch.
give it fucking
Let's
time.
move.
Yeah, well, the batteries are out of that segue. I'll tell you that much. Plug it back in. What makes
Did
a
you go
band?
farther away?
Well,
Okay. Sorry.
Do you remember that show on MTV, Making the Band?
Mm-hmm.
That was just like putting personalities together. They played no instruments. They had everyone produce it.
Yeah.
They barely came up with their own lyrics. It was just them poorly singing. I don't know if that's a band.
No, it's
That's
not.
a group.
Yeah, it's a rap
Yeah.
group.
NSYNC, Backstreet Boys, that's a group.
Yeah.
Onyx, a group. I feel a band has to play instruments.
Okay.
And a band has to have heart and soul behind them.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all on your list. We'll find.
Yes.
Segue back.
Good
Yeah,
job.
it is.
Nice.
Yes.
All right. Well, let's not waste any more time. I think we've
Yes.
wasted a sufficient amount.
Yes. Let's
Coming
get into
in-
it, NPR.
Coming in at number 9 on Ian's list. Top 9 bands, baby. Ian
Number 9.
Fidance.
Top 9 bands. Okay. Hold
Skip past the manifesto.
on.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I'm at top 9.
Which presidents you're going to shoot.
Outfits Tom looks like a shithead in. Coming in at top 9, this. Okay.
This is a cool sweater, man.
Cool sweater, according to who?
According to me.
You look like you sell encyclopedias.
You look like a roadie.
Because I love bands.
Coming in at number 9.
Great segue. Okay, all right. Here's the thing. I struggled because I have mental illness. No, I'm kidding. I struggled because I don't know if I should do top 9 bands of all time, or if I should do top 9 bands currently, or if I should do top 9 bands of a genre, because music is incredibly important to me. It's played a wildly important role in my life through different parts of my life, and music and songs, you know, the sense of smell, they say, is the number one sense. Like, you smell something and it takes you back. But for me, I feel like it's music. I hear a song, I can go back into that moment immediately, like triggered immediately to a latent memory I haven't thought of in years. So picking a top 9 is like hard. So I tried to combine the two, which is like really, really difficult.
Well, I would like your top 9 bands. Ian's top 9 bands. Your favorite bands.
The bands that make up Ian.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing too. A lot of people know me as like ska guy, you know, and I realized that I really only have one ska band on this list.
So you're a fraud.
No, if you would let me finish, interrupty. I feel that when it comes to ska, I am more a fan of the genre than just one band, because ska has 3 waves. They have the first wave, second wave, third wave, and each wave has a different sound to it. And I have one ska band that was like massively influential in my life, but I feel like I'm more well versed and a bigger fan of the genre as a whole, where I love like a bunch of different bands within that genre, but I feel like this one band encapsulates what ska is.
And are they coming in at number 9?
No. Coming in at number 9 is a band from New Jersey called Saves the Day.
Totally thought you were gonna say Bon Jovi.
Yeah, right. Cock rock, no thanks.
Saves the day.
I like to get
Saves
my
the
cock
day.
rocked and now to listen to it.
So
Saves the Day.
I
Have
don't-
you ever heard of them?
No.
If you would have sent me the list earlier, I would have listened to some of their music, but I did not.
Oh, fuck.
What is their genre?
Their genre, okay, here's the thing too. There are so many different genres within the umbrella of like punk or punk rock or like whatever, that like when you start to get to these subgenres, it can really turn people off, because if you hear a song from like new metal. Do you guys know what new metal is?
Yes.
Like Korn or fucking Limp Bizkit, right? Like I almost put Korn on this list too, because I love Korn. Anyway, sorry. Okay, so I
Can you just answer a fucking question?
well, it's complicated, Tom.
I know, but what
What
genre is
I
Saves
guess
the
you would,
Day?
I would say that they're punk rock.
Okay.
You know, but other people would say that they're emo. Other people would say that they're pop punk. Their music is emotional but hard. And they will always remind me of one of the first shows I ever saw was at the Trocadero in Philadelphia, and they were there, and they hit me deep in my soul. With
How old were
this-
you?
Man, I was like 14.
Nice.
And I used to go to punk shows in Philly and stuff when I was like 14, 15, 16. It was wild.
How many people would you go with?
At least one other person.
Were they
or like a
imaginary
group.
or real?
So Saves the Day is important to me because they were like on the soundtrack to like my high school, you know? Like
Yeah.
I would make these mix CDs for friends and they would call it Ian's Influence. And I'd always put Saves the Day on there. And I realized in hindsight, a lot of the mix CDs I made for my like girlfriends were disguised as like love letters, you know? Like I was making them hoping they would like listen to the lyric that would make them finally realize I'm the one. But they're like, it's a good song. And I'm like, okay.
I think they literally can't understand the lyrics because they're
For some of them.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
some of them. I mean, these guys' lyrics are a bit much. Like
they
there's
scream them.
Dramatic?
Well,
or-
no, very, very dramatic.
Give us an example.
Okay, this is fucking wild what this song is.
What's that genre where they like literally scream the
Screamo,
words?
metal, hardcore. Okay, these lyrics are insane, but the song is so fucking good. It goes, there's a beautiful sky tonight. When if you were by my side, then we could share it, but you're gone. So come at me with your moon and burn me in the stars, because nothing matters anymore.
Where's that tattooed on your body?
Oh my God, I wish. So, okay, ready? He goes, I know blue eyes get boring, but I'll wear dark glasses all the time. And hey, if you want me to, I'll take a knife to my own bright eyes.
Why would some broad want him to cut
If
his
I
eyes
could
out?
only see you now for about an hour, maybe just a minute.
Girls, quick,
Just
mixtape
to
Ian's
ask
coming.
What he's got that I don't have. Is it his brown eyes?
Well,
But they
painted the
remind me.
picture for
They
us.
remind me of running late to school, putting them on, and just speeding, blowing through stop signs to get to school on time on Governor Prince Boulevard in Delaware.
Yeah, you are a wild little 14-year-old, that's for sure.
I'm a fucking wild boy my whole life.
Holy hell.
Oof, God bless Gail.
You were bouncing
I was
off the
just
wall.
thinking about your mother when you
Yeah.
said we were talking about blowing
Dude.
stop signs, going to school. I was like, oh, this poor mom.
Gail
She was
is-
listening to Johnny Cash.
yeah.
Sunglasses on.
I hurt myself.
I'm sure she worried a lot. The music coming
Oh my
from
God.
your room.
Dude, me going to punk shows, her driving to Philly. She drove me. God bless her.
Aw.
She took me to these places. Dude, I would go to punk shows and I would leave, and my mom would have like a bunch of gutter punks around her. And she'd be like, Ian, I met a new friend. And it would be like some guy named like Speedball or whatever. And like we would go to Jim's Steaks, and the guys behind these criminals behind the counter making the steaks would be like, what's up, Gail? She'd be like, hi, Reginald. Like, Gail fucking rules, dude. One time she came to the TLA, and this is when you could smoke indoors. She got in somehow, didn't have a ticket, saw me and my friends smoking cigarettes, and pulled us out by our ears.
Francis style?
Francis style, dude.
That's pretty fun.
It was fucking wild.
Wow.
But yeah.
Coming in at number 8.
Okay. Steely Dan.
Okay.
Quite a departure.
Sure, but you know, music, I agree with you completely on, I like all types of music. There's
Yeah.
no type that I don't like, so it's good that you're having an eclectic mix.
Yes. Steely Dan will always remind me of my high school and the college best friend. We would get fucking rip-roaring loaded and just jam out to Steely Dan. And there's a line in the Boston Rag that says, I was out of my mind and you were on the phone. And we would always get fucked up and call each other. He went to school in Boston, I went to school in New York, and we would take Chinatown buses to hang together. And on the way up, you know, I'd slug 240s and we'd get there and we'd just go out and he'd come down and like we'd pop mushrooms or like fucking weed cookies on the way up. So we'd be zooted by the time we got to each other. And I mean, like literally I'd be hanging with friends smoking and then I'd have to call them. We would hang out, and before we would go places, we would have to go to each other. Okay, just don't be weird until we leave. And then we would try to hold it together and we would leave and we would just laugh in the car for like 4 hours. We would get fucked up together. Steely Dan was always a band that we like loved, and we saw them at the Tweeter Center in like 2007 with our other friend, his dad, and his brother.
Was Tweeter the Camden one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we saw them, and that night we walked around Rittenhouse Square, rolling up joints in like alleys in Philly and like smoking them secretly when you were like, you know, when we was cool and illegal, you know. But Donald Fagen, the lead singer of Steely Dan, I met him at the Cellar one night. I got my picture with him, which was like really cool.
Sure. What's your favorite Steely Dan song?
Man, I would have to say the Boston Rag or Dirty Work or Any Major Dude Will Tell You. And also one of the first, like, so my gal and I had been hanging out a lot, and my first road weekend, like away from her, after we started hanging out all the time,
She met a guy named Dan?
I was in Philadelphia, and I said, you know what? Why don't you come down? You know, I got this hotel. I'll stay an extra night. And she was like, all right, why not? So she came to Philly, and that night we drove around Philadelphia listening to Steely Dan, singing the lyrics of Dirty Work out of the car. And I was like, I fucking love this girl. Like, this is awesome, man. So Steely Dan. And also, I will say,
Please.
okay, so sorry if I love music. So, you know my story. My dad died when I was 8, and when I was younger, my dad would play records all the time, and we have videos of him bopping me around, and my mom. So, like, we always had music in the house. And after he died, I found all these tapes that he made of, like, different...
Mixtapes?
Mixtapes from records of his. And
How did they even do that with records? They just played it on a recorder, and then you put it on a tape?
Like the mixer that was hooked up to the speakers would have a tape deck, and it would connect to the record player. So you could play a record and record the tape. So he made mixtapes, and I would listen to it, and if I liked it, I would look up the lyrics on Google and find out who it was, and then that's how I got into a band called Little Feat. So Dirty Work was like...
Little Feat's actually in my top 9 bands.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
You like Little Feat?
Yeah, the band you were in when you were 15. What the fuck? How would I...
You like Little Feat? Oh, shut up. They're a great blues boogie band from...
I thought you said it was the
South.
band you were in. You got into. I thought you were in a band when you were little.
I really thought you were like in the band. That was gonna be my next question.
That's
like,
what you
were
thought
in
he
a
said
band?
too, right?
Yeah.
We thought that you meant you were in a band called Little Feat.
No. Little Feat is like a southern boogie rock band from
it's a
like
legitimate
California.
band. We're
yeah,
idiots.
Yeah, they're great. Oh my god.
Okay.
But I don't get how you thought that I was in a band.
You thought the same thing.
Later on, when I got into Little Feat, meaning like I thought you
Oh
meant
no, like
auditioned.
into when I liked them,
Yeah.
when I was introduced to them. But yeah,
Gotcha.
Steely Dan was on one of those tapes, and that like blew my mind. And
That's like
was
some
the
movie
song.
shit. Like that's like some like you know like Obama's like letters to my father type
Yeah.
shit that you have like these like mixtapes that he made.
Oh yeah, not only
That's
that,
cool.
when I was born,
Do you still have them?
yeah, when I was born, I was in the ICU for a month. And I was like premature, underweight, I had jaundice. And my dad wrote me a letter every day I was in the hospital.
Oh.
And then for about a year and a half before he died, he wrote me a letter every day before he went to work. Just like little fun things, like recapping the day before. Like a lot of them were like, you know, try to be on your best behavior, you know.
But you were like 1, right? Wait, how old were you when he said best behavior thing?
When I was like 7 or 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
okay,
And
yeah,
so
yeah.
I still have these stacks of letters, and I
So
would
nice.
like to compile a book called like, you know, Obama's what? Letters to my father. This would be like letters.
You should just
from
do
my
letters
dad.
from my father, part 2,
Notes from my dad.
with forward from Barack Obama.
But I don't know who would want to like read that. But I have them all, and I'd love to compile them. It's
What
pretty
is it
cool.
with? I have like the fact that your dad died. I
Mm-hmm.
feel like makes him like better too. Like I feel like the good dads die young.
Oh yeah.
Almost.
Yeah.
In the
I
sense
know.
of like,
I had such a better relationship with him.
because
in
I'm
the
saying
8
like
years
the
I knew
letters
him.
thing. It's like
Yeah.
he didn't know he was gonna die, and then he like wrote those letters, you know, and then they were good for you later on. But like my dad never did that, and he's still alive. So I'm saying it's an interesting thing.
Yeah, I mean, it took me decades to realize that, but you're totally right. And I
Yeah.
found journals of him,
wow.
of his from when he was in his like 20s, and I always wanted to know him as like an adult, and I never did. So I found those journals, so I got to know like whatever. And the weird thing is, sorry, I keep going on, but he died when he was 37. I just turned 37, so that's like a head fuck.
Oh well,
You know?
yeah, we
Yeah.
talked about that, but I
Yeah.
forgot that is
Yeah.
wow.
You talked about how music transcends you into that moment a little bit when you hear those mixtapes he made. Can't you
Yeah.
like picture him bopping
Yes,
his head and kind
yes.
of jamming
Yeah.
to the beats? Yeah.
And I look a lot like him, so it's like funny, man. And he worked in Philadelphia, so he would drive up to Philly every day for work, and we used to do open mics together every night. So I would drive up to Philly for like my thing, you know. I don't know. It's
Yeah.
cool to think about, you know.
No, absolutely.
I am my father's son, so
Yeah,
Really
you look
nice.
like him.
yeah. Thanks, man.
I'm sorry. I mean, that was number 8.
Yeah.
All right, number 7.
Number 7, I would have to say this band called Alkaline Trio. They are a
Deep cuts, man.
punk rock
Yeah.
band from Chicago.
I've heard of them, but
Have you?
yeah, of course.
Maybe I've tried to play them to like get you into them.
Mm-hmm.
They were on Fueled by Ramen Records, Asia Man Records for a brief time, and then I forget what label they're on, but their lead singer Matt Skiba replaced Tom DeLonge from Blink 182, so now he's in Blink 182.
Blink 182 is in my top 9 bands.
I was thinking about putting them in my top
They
9.
they come in at number 9 because I know
Yeah.
they're not that good of a band, but I think like a not good band should be on the list. And
Yeah.
I love a lot of their music.
Yeah, dude, and especially when we were growing up, they were like popular and like
For
all
sure.
over the place. But Alkaline Trio, they just have like a melodic feel to them. And one time I had my first stand-up gig in New York, and Tim Butterly drove me up and jammed out to Alkaline Trio all the way up there, and it was like really dope. It was like such a, because he and I started comedy at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
So and I would listen to Alkaline Trio driving home from Philly open mics, headed to my halfway house that I lived at in Delaware, you know, just like so jacked up on like what was going on in my life at the time. So they always kind of remind me of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you can't play a band in a car and get you jazzed up, they shouldn't be on
Oh,
your
yeah.
top 9 list.
Oh yeah.
You know what
Did I
I'm
ever
saying?
tell you about the time me and Monroe were on a road gig, and you know that song Delamitri, Roll to Me, look around your world, pretty baby, da 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 da.
No.
So it was like 3 a.m. We're coming back from a gig. We're in the car. We are scream singing that. The song ends. There's like, I don't know, like a 30-second to a minute pause, and I go, "Man, you're like my best friend." And I look over, and he's asleep. Woo! Swing and a miss.
Pretty good. All right, we started late, so we got to keep it going. Coming in at number 6.
Number 6, this might be controversial, but Ryan Adams. Do you guys know him?
Is that it? But I do know Bryan Adams.
No,
but
not Brian Adams.
Ryan Adams.
I would've
Ryan
known him.
Adams.
Oh,
Brian
sorry.
Adams is everything I do it for you.
Know that guy.
And Ryan Adams is
Ryan Adams is there's a great book called Meet Me in the Bathroom, and it's about
My lady
the
has it.
music scene in the early 2000s in New York City. He was a part of it.
Mm-hmm.
He's a massive asshole, but he is like prolific. He has like close to 30 albums. He was in a band called Whiskey Town, which is named after a bar on the Lower East Side. Ryan Adams and the Cardinals. Ryan Adams. He's like an acoustic rock guy.
But is he a band though? Isn't he just one person?
He's an artist.
So he shouldn't be on your list.
No, he is a backing band.
What does that mean?
A backing band is basically a rotating cast of characters of musicians that play with you in the studio and live, but like he's the lead.
Got
So
it.
like it would be like if the Strokes was called Julian Casablancas. He's the lead singer and the guy everyone knows, but he's got the band.
But they've been the same band, haven't they? Generally, the Strokes. Yeah.
Yeah, but Ryan Adams has had different bands. Like when he was in Whiskey Town, that was an entire band under the title of Whiskey Town.
I'm glad you enjoy this man's music. I'm just saying that it, to me, dilutes it a little bit that he switches up his band. When I'm thinking of bands, I'm thinking of, even though there's always like the lead guy that you like or whatever. It's
Well, look
more
at
of
Bob
a-
Dylan. Bob Dylan was a band. He had musicians behind him.
But I think of him as a solo artist as well with a band.
Right, but is that not a band? And
I
also,
think not.
these
But I understand
are,
that he has a
you
band.
know, I don't think this list excludes artists.
Well, then I would think top 9 solo artists, and Ryan Adams would be on that list.
Solo artists.
It's like
I'm not
Elton
doing
John.
solo
Is Elton
artists.
John in a band?
Elton John had someone that wrote his music.
Sure.
Wrote,
but-
wrote his lyrics and he wrote the music. Steely Dan, Walter Becker and Donald Fagen were the two main guys, guitarist and singer, but they were known for having infinite amount of studio musicians that would play with them, and that was like rotating. But the name of the band was Steely Dan, but technically it was these two guys.
Mhm.
So I mean, it's subjective, I guess. But what do you think, Adele?
Ryan Adams, like if the band was named not his name, it would just make all the difference. Like Red Hot Chili Peppers, if it was Anthony
Kiedis, yeah.
But Red Hot Chili Peppers also has Flea, and then the other people.
Yeah, but Ryan Adams has other people. They're just not as well known as him. Not every band can have a Flea and a John Frusciante.
Well, he probably should have named his band something like a name. That's what's confusing you because it's his name, Ryan
Yes,
Adams.
that's all- yeah,
So it
sure.
sounds like he's the artist.
John Frusciante's a fun name.
Mm-hmm. You know his
and there's
story?
so many cool band names out there. Like I don't know. What,
Sure,
it's kinda
that's why, yeah.
egotistical.
That's
to
all
be
I'm
like,
saying.
Oh, yeah,
I'm gonna name
he's
the
a
band
complete-
Adele Carollo.
He's a complete egomaniac. He's a
Yeah.
fucking asshole. And he's quote unquote like canceled because he dated Mandy Moore for a while. And it came out he was kind of like, you know, not assault level abusive, but like verbally abusive.
Ryan Adams?
Yeah. And there are cases of him like, you know, hooking up with girls and being like, oh, I'll help you. And then he never does. And like, he's a fucking dickhead.
Rock and roll, baby.
But I love him as an artist, as a musician, as a lyricist. And there are some of his songs that just like, they're haunting. And
Give me a lyric that's haunting.
oh my God. Trying to think. Well, he has a song called My Love for You Is Real, which is like an acoustic like love song. He has a song called Oh My God, Whatever, etc., which relates to me because I used to listen to it when I'd wait tables. Because
It's always good to have one of those songs.
yeah, because he talks about
It's like a
being
slave
waiter.
song almost. Like it's like
Dude, his
Sucks so bad.
album came out, and one of his albums came out after 9/11, and he had a song on it by chance called New York, New York, which was like a love letter to New York, and that became a huge song after 9/11 just by like coincidence, you know.
a lot of bands formed after
Oh, dude.
September 11th, or that's when they started blowing up. I mean,
Okay, all right.
based off of that book that you mentioned earlier.
Yes. All right, you want to hear? Oh my God. Walk in the Dark. Jesus Christ. This song, I mean, when I was going through like an incredibly bad time.
Walk in the Dark?
Yeah, this song is about like breaking it. I felt like he wrote this song about the relationship that was just disintegrating at an astronomically fast level. He goes, now there's nothing to say, not even good night. I just scribble your name in tears in the book of my life. You'll always be saved someplace behind my eyes where it's always summer and we laugh in the summertime. I write your name in every color a flower was made and bury my face in your memory of all my mistakes. In the doorway on streets where you used to stand and kiss me goodbye, you would hold out your hand. It's starting to rain on Broadway and Canal while the radiator rumbles and the rain's coming down. Every morning I wake dreaming of you on a window of a lane by the window of your room. Your long brown locks fall across your face. Your memory comes crashing down till all my bones break. I call out your name, it echoes in the room. I sleep on the couch, a bed will not do. Good God Almighty. I cannot listen to that song. It will never be heard by my ears again.
Really?
Yes.
It affects you. Like
affects me on a visceral level.
Oh,
we just knocked Tom out. Sorry, did you think we were playing one of your sets? Anyway.
Nice.
I get it. It's a funny bit that I'm not good at stand-up. I get it. I like that. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's haunting.
Haunting. But some of his other music is like upbeat and like fun. Like I'll put it on my bike when I'm riding over the bridge and I just like feel infinite, you know? Just hearing his, okay.
It's the bipolar in you too, right? It's
Totally,
that swing aspect of it, you know?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
When you get so high, sometimes you got to get pretty low too.
Amen. You can't have roses without thorns.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Is that a wink at Adele? Or our producer?
To no one.
Okay.
I'm having an episode.
Felt over.
You don't see the man in the corner?
That was number 5?
It was number 6.
All right. Well, coming in at number 5.
Number 5.
Give me 5, 4, and 3 quick.
Okay.
Wait, no. I'm sorry. Give me 5 and 4 quick.
What time do we got to get out of here?
I think we have until 2:40. I think, unless they say that we have to go before that. But yeah, I think we have 18 minutes. But that's what I'm saying. Just go through.
All right, number 5, Warren Zevon. You guys may know him from that song "Werewolves of London." Werewolves! Yeah. But he's so much more than that. I cannot recommend this book enough. Called "The Dirty Life and Times of Warren Zevon." It is basically an oral history of his life. He was an incredibly intelligent, smart, creative artist, musician, deeply flawed, alcoholic. He's
like the guy behind the guy, right, man? He's like the music. He's like
the musician's musician.
Yeah,
every musician. He's like Adele. He's every single one of your favorite comics' favorite comic. Mm-hmm. You know. And
do you feature for Warren Zevon?
Yeah. I open for Warren Zevon.
Nice.
It's cool to tour the world with him. Do yourself a favor and look up his last interview with David Letterman. It's incredible. He was dying. He wrote an album knowing he was dying. And there's a song called "Keep Me in Your Heart for a While" that is it's his goodbye letter to his family.
That's his original song?
Yeah.
Who else has redone that song? A lot of people?
Well, they had a cover album dedicated to him. Adam Sandler did a song on it. But, dude, Zevon is the fucking shit. He was sober for a while. He knew he was dying, and he's like, all right, I might as well get fucked up. And he just went on like a prodigious bender. And David Letterman, it's a famous quote. He goes, You've been sick for a while. And is it true you didn't go to a doctor for 20 years? And he goes, yes, well, that may have been a tactical error on my part. And his body is decaying on the inside. Oh my God. But he said, David Letterman said, do you have anything to say to anyone out there, looking back on your life? And he goes, just enjoy every sandwich. And that's on this hoodie from the Circle W in Saugerties, New York. I'm going to get this tattooed. This was my sign off on every podcast I did when I first started podcasting.
I love that.
When I got sober in 2009, I read his book and I would listen to his music alone in my 1-bedroom apartment. And there's a song called Desperados under the Eaves. Matter of fact, I used to come out to I'll Sleep When I'm Dead. That was like my stage song.
Everybody would be really confused at the Laugh House.
And he's, oh my God, the fucking Laugh House. He has a song called Excitable Boy, which I feel like is, my like whatever. And I used to come out to Lawyers, Guns, and Money by him. But there's a song, here, hold on. There's a song called Desperados Under the Eaves. And dude, I used to, oh my God, it used to be so pathetic that I would just like always want to be saved by a woman, like I always wanted a woman to come along and like fix me, and I finally realized I have to fix myself. But there's a line in here and the song is just so like beautiful. You can picture it playing when the sun's coming up, and he has a line that goes, still waking up in the morning with shaking hands, and I'm trying to find a girl who understands me, but except in dreams you're never really free. Don't the sun look angry at me? And I don't know, it's just fucking beautiful. And that I would listen to it with shaking hands and be like, I gotta get right, man. Because I used to think I lived in like a song, I used to think I was like this old, like I romanticized my addictions when in reality I was just a sad,
It's like when you
pathetic
put
fucking
on sad
loser.
songs when you're feeling sad.
Yes.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Oh, and a lot of musicians are addicted to drugs too.
Yeah.
So one foot follows the other.
Yes. Okay. I'm switching
4.
up. Number 4, I would say Jimi Hendrix.
Okay.
The Jimi Hendrix Experience.
No, not the Doors.
Oops. Wrong.
Yeah, wrong. Yes. Do you know Jimi Hendrix?
Jim Morrison. Sorry, wrong.
Jim Morrison was in the
No,
Doors.
Yes.
Jimi Hendrix
Play the
was.
He
guitar.
was the black guy.
Yes.
Black guy guitar. Sorry.
Jimi Hendrix.
Set it on fire.
James Marshall Hendrix. He was only really around for 2 years. He died in '69. Came onto the scene in '67. He used to play Cafe Wha in the Village.
That's cool.
Played all around New York.
Nice.
Dude, so the Beatles' Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band came out on like a Friday. On that Saturday, he blew up in England. Nobody knew him in America. He went to England and like blew up. At a club, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, Keith Richards, fucking Roger Daltrey, guys from Zeppelin, the Beatles, fucking Rolling Stones, The Who. They're all in the back of this club checking out this black American that apparently was this incredible, like, virtuoso, whatever. And he knew they were in the back of the room, and he started his set with a cover of Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band, an album that just came out the day before, and John Lennon's on record saying that he played it better than the Beatles did. But it's so cool to think about these, like, legends in the back checking out this alien. He had this huge fucking afro. He dressed like he fell into a closet at a vintage store. He's just shredding.
Well, that's what vintage stores look like that because of him.
Yeah.
Man.
Dude, I had a poster on my wall in 6th grade when I found him. It was a poster of him, and I wrote on my wall, like, the god of music. Like, I loved Hendrix. I was in a classic rock cover band in 8th grade. We played one of his songs. Like, dude, this guy, he is...
and that's sick that he could play the song 24 hours later. So
Yes.
that means he just did it by ear.
Yes.
He's not getting the
Yes.
notes to the song that
Yes.
just got released from the Beatles.
Yes.
He did it by just listening to it.
Yeah,
Wow.
and all these icons of music are in the back. Like, this is the guy,
If 6 was 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful. He hated singing. He hated his voice. But
He also wasn't even popping when he was like in New York. He got hot over there,
Yeah.
which is cool.
He was only around for 2 years, too. And after the Jimi Hendrix Experience broke up, he just went around as Jimi Hendrix, and then he created Band of Gypsies, and the bassist was his old war buddy, Billy Cox, because he was a paratrooper, Hendrix was. So, yeah, pretty cool.
Yeah, he was in Vietnam.
Yeah.
Pretty wild. Rock and roll, man. It's hard to
He
call
wasn't
it.
in Vietnam.
Are you sure? He served, I thought.
He served, but not overseas. He got medically discharged because he hurt his leg.
Oh. That
So-
You
changes
really
the
love
story.
these
of mine.
guys and gals.
Yeah.
I haven't had a girl on your list
You
yet.
sexist pig.
Yeah,
in.
I don't like to support women.
Girl
I listen
bands.
I listen
I
to
like
a
the-
lot of
There's
female
so few, though.
I like the Cranberries.
There's a ton. Dude, Tegan,
Paramore is another one.
I love Paramore. I love Tegan and Sarah. I love Mannequin Pussy. I love Metric.
I'm seeing Haim.
I love Slater
Haim's
Kinney.
good.
I love Miley Cyrus. Oh my god! But they don't make like my top 10. If I did the current whatever, Mannequin Pussy would be on there. Hop Along, fucking,
Okay.
you know, Allie and AJ. I've been listening to a lot. You know, like they would
Coming
be on the
in
list.
at
Okay,
number
all right,
4.
whatever. Number 3,
Three. Sorry.
Blacklisted, a band from Philadelphia.
Okay.
They are
Local band does right. When did they come
my
out?
favorite hardcore band of all time. I would say, okay, I used to be a member of a hardcore music message board online of Philadelphia,
were.
right? And so I ended up talking to this guy who was in a band called Ransom, and I found out he lived in Wilmington near my mom's.
Ransoms, are they pretty popular now?
No.
No, I'm mixing them up. I think there's a rapper named Ransom.
There is. And so I found out he lived in Wilmington, and this was just an internet message board, and we met up, just two dudes off the internet. We met up at Golden Castle Diner, and it turned out like he was in this band, and I dug them, and we just became like buddies, and he ended up getting into this band Blacklisted that like revolutionized Philadelphia hardcore. They came onto the scene and immediately became popular.
How old were you when you met him?
17, maybe.
Okay.
And dude, they immediately became popular, huge, toured nonstop, got a huge fan base for how like hard and heavy and wild they were. But they never said they were hardcore. They always said they were a punk rock band, because punk rock is more of like a feeling than it is a defined sound, you know? Anyway, dude, I remember being in my dorm room in 2005 listening to one of their albums called And the Beat Goes On my Dell laptop. And I'm just in my room like, you know? Anyway, so...
Do you do mosh pits?
Yes.
You're a
I'm
mosh
going to
course you
see a
did.
band
He's a
Friday
madball.
called American Nightmare, and I cannot wait
That
to
sounds
fucking
like
stage
my
dive.
American nightmare. A
Yes.
mosh pit. Like you can
I
get
got one
so
ticket.
Hurt.
You want to come?
No way.
Oh, dude, I've gotten punched in the back of the head.
That's
I fucking, you come home with bruises. It's
The
the
Omicron
fucking
going
best.
around too. I wouldn't want
I
to be.
just the mosh pit. Like I've been at what concert? I was at Disturbed. That was a band.
Right, yeah.
So it was a long time ago.
I know.
I took my little sister. It
That's
was
more
her
like
favorite.
pushing. With hardcore music and ska, there's like a rhythmic dance. It's
We
legit
were
called
so
a
happy to
two-step.
be in the
Okay.
front.
It's called
We were like
skanking.
ready to
Clockwork
go.
Orange vibe
All
to
of a
it.
sudden, the fucking crowd starts moving and swaying, and me and my little sister just look at each other and scream and run to the back to get out
Oh,
of
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Dude, I mean, I am the guy that runs up on stage,
Really?
grabs the mic to sing with them, and then jumps off the singer's shoulder into the crowd. I used to go to CBGB's on the
Oh, you were
Lower East
there?
Side.
You
Yeah,
made
yeah,
that?
Yeah. I used to
Wow.
go to CBGB's.
You had to be really young, right?
Yeah, I was like 17. I was like 18
Because
I
they
love it.
when I
closed.
first moved to New York.
When did they
Yeah.
close? How old were you?
They closed in like 2006. I
Again,
think.
poor Gail.
I know, right? I know. Dude, I would go to CBGB's. I would hang off the rafters. I
Well, this is
climbed
when
up
he's
on
in college, though.
Yeah. I was like 18.
Still,
I
you
would
worry
climb up
about your baby.
on the bass amp and fucking, oh my God, it was the best, dude.
Yeah, it's cool.
But
that you
there's
were there.
nothing more embarrassing than the singer giving you the mic and you don't know the lyric. And you're like, bah, ga, 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 ga. You know.
Yeah.
Did you see that video I posted of me in DC this past weekend?
No.
Skanking on stage with a ska band. You gotta check it
No,
out. It's
I
fucking.
gotta
I'll
check
send
it
it to you. It's
out. Yeah.
awesome. But
Coming in-
Blacklisted. Let me just say this: Blacklisted, incredible. They evolved with each record, and they were known as this like hard charge band. And they took time off from recording, and their next album came out, and it was a totally different departure.
Okay.
And everybody like turned their back on them and was like, "This isn't what we wanted." Blah. But they always did their own thing for them and no one else, and I respect that so much.
Rock and roll, baby.
That one of my favorite albums of all time is called "When People Grow." When people go, people grow, and that song is almost a concept album about sex and love addiction from the point of view of two people in a relationship, and it's fucking incredible, dude. Woo! I get jazzed up.
Sounds like therapy.
I'm gonna need a colonic after this episode. Coming in at number 2.
All right. Man, I struggled with these two things, but I gotta say, number 2, Operation Ivy, my favorite ska band of all time.
Okay, so ska
These
only on there
guys-
once, but it's pretty high up there.
These guys revolutionized ska. They are the architects of ska punk. They came out in, I'd say, again, 2 years, 87, ended in 89. Gilman Street in California was basically like a garage, and it was like a band, rotating bands all the time. And these guys would play nonstop. They amassed a huge following. They disintegrated. Their one LP called Energy is like just the blueprint for like third wave ska. And their lyricist and singer Jesse Michaels, I mean, dude, in like 89, they're talking about like, that's the one thing about ska. It's very about racial equality, anti-racist, very like speaking up for marginalized groups. That was like how I got introduced to like diversity and stuff, was going to these concerts. Cause you know, I'm from like the suburbs of Wilmington. I'm like 7 minutes outside the city, but
How
I
did
never
you
hung
even
out in the city.
discover ska?
Through this kid in my friend's neighborhood who was like a year older, and because I was like into punk, I was into like the Misfits. I should have put them on here. Fuck. Anyway, I was into the Misfits. I got into the Misfits from Metallica because I love Metallica, and this kid and I were hanging out. He was an older kid. He's like, you got to listen to this. I was like, all right. And I listened to it, and I like loved it, and I just started looking up these bands, getting into them. I got to give my mom credit. Part of the reason why I'm so into music and everything is because my mom was so kind enough to me. When I would like something, she would like get me the CD, you know, like that was like my, you know, not many kids are that lucky to have someone that like will buy them the CD that they want, you know. So I really got to shout out Gail for like influencing me that way. But Operation Ivy, man,
music's the best,
dude. Nothing will put me in a better mood. They are so sick, and you know the
and
band.
They only had a 2-year career.
Yeah, but they were prolific.
How much did they put out?
They put out like a short EP, and then they put out a longer LP called Energy. And dude, you know the band Rancid? That is 3/4 of Operation Ivy. It's everyone in Operation Ivy except for the singer. Actually, no, and the drummer. But yeah, Rancid is Operation Ivy. Tim Armstrong from Operation Ivy started Rancid. Yeah, they talk about it in the song "Journey to the End of the East Bay." If you ever want to listen.
Well, that's
I feel like this podcast is for like one person today.
Yes. Yeah. Coming in at number 1.
I wish I could talk about Operation Ivy more. I have some fun stories. Anyway, okay, number 1. I got to do it to him, man. All-time favorite band of all time, Metallica.
Okay.
Good God.
I recognize
Metallica.
that one.
Yes, yes.
We made it.
But also, like, I'm not douchey, like, oh, you've never heard of this band? Like, in these genres of music, these bands are like big, you know, but I have no judgment. I hope in a way that me getting so jazzed on this will make you guys like listen to it, you know.
I'm ready.
But I go, oh my God, can I make you guys a mix?
Yes.
Oh, that'd be so fun. That was my old radio show, Ian's Infinite Playlist.
It's easy enough, like on Spotify, you can just make me a playlist.
I will make you the best fucking playlist.
If you send it to me today, I'll put it on the YouTube.
Yeah. Oh, that'll be great.
In the comments, yeah.
So Metallica was my first concert ever.
That's a pretty cool first concert.
In 97, I saw them with Corrosion of Conformity at the Spectrum. My mom took me and my 2 friends.
She was dressed like Gene Simmons.
Dude, my mom wore all black, painted her nails black to like fit in and be cool.
That's cool.
But it was at that age when you like hate your parents, you know? So I go to the bathroom and again, my mom's making friends. I come out of the bathroom. There are these like construction worker Metallica fans like, your mom's the best, dude. You gotta love your mom. Who else is dressing like this for their kid? And I'm like, she doesn't understand me. You know? And dude, I will never forget, man. We're at this Metallica concert. And my mom used to do this. Maybe this is abusive, but she used to do this thing where she'd hit you with her knuckle. And this guy.
I bet you had it coming.
Oh, yeah, I got beat a lot. Anyway, first of all, before the concert started, this woman wearing leather lace. I'm eating a personal pan pizza. This woman's drunk wearing a leather lace to go to the mosh pit. And she looks at me and she goes, you the pizza man, because you always deliver. And I was like, what? She goes to the mosh pit. Halfway during the opening band, she comes up. She's carried out by her friends. And she's like, pizza man. She's beat up and hammered. So the concert starts, dude, and this guy sparks up a doob in front of us, a joint, and my mom goes, sorry, my son and his friends are here. Can you please put that out? And he goes, fuck off, lady. Turns around, takes a hit, and my mom does the fucking knuckle in the back thing, and she goes, "Put that fucking thing out right now." And this guy tap danced on, I'm so sorry, and it was fucking badass.
That
Dude.
is cool.
badass.
And then my mom
Also,
took
it's
me.
like, who the fuck says that to a lady with their
Right?
kids?
Yeah, someone
Like-
from Philly, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, I guess. But
So
just
there
like,
was
what?
there was the free concert November 11th, 1997 at the Spectrum in the parking lot that Metallica
pretty
did.
cool, probably.
My mom took me to that, and that was the first set of tits I ever saw in real life.
Nice.
They just put
You
on
went
a
and talked to
free
the Rocky
concert?
statue?
Yeah, it was like a woman. Women were taking their tits out, whatever. Yeah. Yeah, it was
Nice.
awesome. It was sick, dude. Yeah, my mom fucking rules, man.
Shout out to Gal, and I think that's a good way to end the
Yeah.
podcast. I wish we could talk about your top one a little bit more, but time is up.
What can you do?
We had 2 podcasts on this podcast.
I know. I really enjoyed this.
Yeah, I had
This
fun.
is fun.
I feel like I have a lot of work to do. I gotta look up these bands. No.
I feel like I'm on a psychedelic of some sort.
Yeah, I feel high. I
I
don't
feel
know.
like I've
I
lifted.
love that.
Smiling a lot.
I
don't know.
love that.
It's
That's
good.
awesome. What a way to start the new year, huh?
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about it, but I appreciate you coming.
Well, I know how I feel about you, but Adele, it was a pleasure.
Yeah.
No,
it was great.
Ian, where can the people find you?
Well, Tommy, they can find me on Instagram and Twitter at ianimal69.
Nice.
I just got verified on Instagram, so
Oh, congrats.
Look at you.
I
This
told
is,
my landlord he still made me pay rent. What?
That's funny. This is the 2-year anniversary of our banana sketch, so we always hang out today. This year.
Oh my
sometime.
God, that's
Yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Oh, that was so fun.
Yeah,
We got to go see another movie during the daytime.
I know. It's just this goddamn Omicron. you
Oh,
know,
what?
but I
The
already got
common
it,
cold
so-
that we're all getting? Anyway, the real virus is the media. So, you can see me.
AlexJones.com.
Yeah, you can see me every night at the Comedy Cellar in the West Village in New York City. And I got some road dates coming up soon. Follow my Instagram to check that out. Oh, Bye Guys Podcast every Thursday, 11 a.m., Gas Digital Network, YouTube and iTunes comes out Tuesday. And Sopranos Prima Volta Podcast with Sam Roberts. He's seen Sopranos like 10 times. I've never seen it. It's a watch-along podcast.
Oh.
I'm becoming more and more violently Italian as I go along, getting in touch with my Italian roots. I fucking love it.
Greatest show ever.
Great Madone! Huh? Oh!
Top 9 Soprano episodes next time you're back.
Wow! Yes!
Adele?
Yes, hello to all of our new subscribers. Thanks for being here. Follow me on Lavoro.
They think you're attractive. Show a
_
little shoulder right now when you say thank you to everybody. Come
Oh,
on.
ass
Sex
Oh,
sells.
yes.
God, look at
Come
that.
to my
you
Instagram.
are attractive,
I'm
Adele.
pretty attractive
You're
on my
great.
Instagram.
I
You're
said they
attractive
think-
in
I
real
know.
life.
No, but he wants me to like show skin right now.
I
right
was
now.
just
I'm
kidding.
Not gonna do.
The comments are that they think you're pretty.
Thank you guys.
Yeah.
What the
Thank
fuck?
you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, that's why you want people tuning into the podcast.
Yeah, I was just
anyway.
about to say beauty fades matters, that it's on the inside. But okay, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Smoking hot. I'm smoking hot.
Who knows if we'll be back next week? I don't know. It's hard to tell.
It
We started this about a year ago, and I took the mental math. And hopefully next
And
week.
did you come up with the equation that you are hard to work with?
I have to end the show. Thank you guys, man. Top 9 Pod, Insta, Twitter, YouTube. What else?
Give me a
Apple,
clip. I'll share it out. This is great.
Spotify.
Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks.
Yeah,
Every
of
Tuesday,
course.
new episodes. Like, subscribe, comment.
Yes.
Say hello. Hi to you
Yes.
guys. Thanks for being here.
I love you, Adele. And Tommy,
Ian.
you're like a brother to me, and I always got your back.
Thanks, brother. Love
Yeah.
you too, man.
I love the Philly boys, man. You guys are so
TomCassidy.com. What an episode. We'll see you next week.
cute. Bye.
Who's to say?
Enjoy every sandwich.
Rock and roll.